Underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Exceptional products, expert design, experienced professionals. An American Buildings Company authorized builder can turn your dream of a new building into a reality. Because ABC Builders are local contractors, they know your market and can handle your project from beginning to end. So if you're ready today, your ABC Builder is building tomorrow.
Call Munter Enterprises, 518-584-61.
Welcome back, everyone. I've got some exciting news. There's an event coming up that we're going to tell you about in just a couple of seconds, and one that I think is really important to the community. I don't care what age you are, I don't care if you're male, female. This is really quite an event. And the person behind it is my guest, a frequent guest here, who's the Executive Director of Wellspring. We'll tell you what Wellspring is in a second if you don't know, and that's Maggie Fronk. Welcome back, Maggie.
Hello, so good to be here.
Yeah, you're here so often. I think, do you want to switch places? Do you want to interview me? Actually, there's nothing to interview me about, so we'll keep it like it is, but welcome back.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you. I want to get into Changemakers almost immediately, but just in case some viewers don't know about Wellspring, tell us about Wellspring.
Wellspring is the domestic violence services resource for Saratoga County and the sexual assault services resource for Saratoga and Washington counties.
Yes, gotcha. Now that she rattles that off pretty quickly, but that involves really intimate one-on-one services for anyone out there that might be feeling that they're part of domestic abuse. It could be workplace abuse. It could be peer-to-peer abuse. It could be high school. You know, there's so many situations that we find ourselves in today that when Wellspring steps in, they find a way to help you manage it, to understand it, survive it. You know, Maggie, what an organization Wellspring is. It really is amazing.
Thank you. And it can even be elder abuse, too, our very vulnerable elders.
Yes, of course. Right. I remember Maggie and I were talking once. I'd seen that in a supermarket once and was stunned by it. Mm-hmm. You know, person that was so old it couldn't really take care of himself was essentially just being abused by younger people. So, you know, it happens in society. Not the best side of society, but it does happen. Well, there's an event coming up, Changemakers. And let's face it, this area we live in has enough events. Let's leave it at that. There are all kinds of fundraisers and stuff like that. We cover a lot of them. But Changemakers is very different. Tell us about it.
Okay, this is the first year we're doing this event, and I'm really excited about it. It has all the great things of a fun fundraiser out. There's wonderful food at Prime. There's a silent auction, live auction. But the real part of it is we are inviting people to be part of our vision of ending relationship and sexual abuse. And we're giving them tools so that every person at that event can themselves become a change maker.
Got it. Now, when she's talking about the tools, it's a very, very creative way to do this. They're really setting up, oh, you're going to hate me for saying this, but it's like speed dating. So just take that so you can visualize it. And the thought is that there'll be tables set up. At each table, there will be advisors and people to talk about different aspects of abuse, right? And how you might deal with it yourself. It's almost role-playing in a way.
Yeah.
Yes, right. So give us an example of what this is like.
Okay, we have a number of great programs that we bring to groups in the community to help them understand the issues and give them skills. And those are really interactive programs. What we're doing is taking those programs that might be an hour and a half long and taking them down to maybe a 90-second snippet that you can experience the program.
Right.
So, for example, our workplace toolkit helps managers and supervisors to identify if somebody who's their employee might be experiencing these issues that's impacting the workplace, and then helps them to learn how to address it.
How to deal with it, cope with it.
And keep the workplace safe.
And response, yes, and stay safe. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you mentioned another one about teenage social change and awareness.
Right.
What's that?
So we do a lot of work with teens and young adults on recognizing abuse and then also how to be a change. How to, when they see something's happening with a friend, intervene. And sometimes just doing something to intervene might keep a situation from getting worse. Mm-hmm. So we have a number of programs like that, but we'll give you a little chance to maybe think about a scenario and try out what strategies you could use if you ever saw it. Right. And to me, that is being prepared, because we've all had the situation where we wished we did something but didn't know what to do in the moment.
Right.
So we're letting people kind of think about that ahead of time, and then parents can talk with their kids. Hey, if you ever see this with a friend, here's what you could do.
Well, you know what? That takes it out of the realm of negative confrontation and into positive reinforcement. You know, if you have the tools and you experience it, you'll remember it and you'll use it should the occasion arise. Something that really struck me was in her shoes, in their shoes. That's pretty interesting. Tell me about that.
Okay, these are two programs we do. In Her Shoes is about domestic violence. In Their Shoes is about teen dating violence. And what they are is our participants assume the character of someone who's in one of those situations, right. And kind of like the game of life, they walk through and there's different points when things are happening in their life and they can make a choice. I'll do this or this. And that kind of shows where their path might go. And what it does for the participant who's that actor in that role is they get a better understanding of the challenges and the obstacles that are faced by a survivor of domestic or dating violence. Mm-hmm. And they get to learn how they could help and what we can do to change in society.
Oh, you know, we happen to live in a time when, let's face it, there's technology and there's tweeting and there's all these other things that can cause all kinds of conflicts. Put yourself in the place of someone, a young woman in high school, for instance, and, you know, bullying and all of these kinds of things that Maggie and I have talked about many times. Well, here's an opportunity at this fundraiser to come with your family, male or female. Trust me, a lot of men could benefit from this. Go there, role play a little bit, experience it, learn something, understand it. Meantime, the money goes directly, 100% goes right into Wellspring to foster and develop these programs in the coming year.
Yes, both our survivor and our prevention and social change programs.
All right, here's the date, and don't forget it. It's Thursday, March 30th at Prime at Saratoga National, which is right out exit 14 in Saratoga. Thursday, March 30th, 6 p.m., right, Matt?
Yes.
Yeah, 6 to 8 p.m., earlier part of the evening. Run out there. Support Wellspring. I know very few organizations that are so dedicated to change. And again, Saratoga Prime is at Saratoga National Golf Course, which is right out exit 14. Well, Maggie, you're welcome anytime you want, as you well know. So look forward to that, and really look forward to this event.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
Written by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Exceptional products, expert design, experienced professionals. An American Buildings Company authorized builder can turn your dream of a new building into a reality. Because ABC Builders are local contractors, they know your market and can handle your project from beginning to end. So if you're ready today, your ABC Builder is building tomorrow.
Call Munter Enterprises, 518-584-61